Good morning, Internet. This is Alex does Sudoku, and it is Sunday, the 23rd of August 2020, and we are going to do another New York Times Hard Sudoku. So, let's start with some Snyder notations where we go through the numbers 1 to 9 and see if we can do any pencil markings in. And we've already struggled with the number 1. We've got 2's here, so the 2's locks a pointed pair of 2's, so it gives us a pair of 2's over there, and we've got another pair of 2's here because of these 2's, and I think that's it. So let's have a look at 3's. 3, 3, 3, 3. 3's we can't do anything just yet, but we've got ourselves a 4 with that 4 and that 4 locking in the crucial cells, and we've got another pair of 4's here locking them in the corner, in the center column even. We've got another pair of 4's over here because that 4 locks the top row and this 4 locks the middle column. And finally we've got another pair of 4's here with these 2 sandwiching the 4's in here. And I think, oh no, we've got another 4 here, another pair of 4's here thanks to these 2 4's. But since we've got a pointed pair of 4's here, we can eliminate this one, giving us an actual 4. So with that, we've got a final pair of 4's over here, leaving us with 2 sets of X-wings, with the 4's. So, how are we doing on 5's? 5's, 5, 5. We've got a 5 over here because of these 2 5's and that 5 there. And we look across, we cannot find any more 5's. So, let's look at 6's. 6. I've only got a pair of 6's and they don't do anything interesting. What about 7's? 7, 7. So 7's are locked in there because of these 2 7's. And that 7 also interacts with this one, locking them diagonally over here. We've got a pair of 7's here, thanks to this 7 locking the middle row and that 7 locking that column. So now we know another 7 thanks to that 7 looking over here as well. So with that, we've got another pair of 7's over here and another pair of 7's over here with these 2 7's crossing roads. What about 8's? Yes, we've got an 8 here with this A looking in here and that 8 forming a T junction. And that gives us another pointed pair of 8's here, but it don't point to anything useful. And I think that's it. So finally, let's look at 9's. Well, we've definitely got a 9 here, thanks to these 2 9's locking a 9 over there. So now we've resolved one more 8's. And that 8 doesn't do us any good. However, we've got another pair of 9's here with just this single 9 on its own. So now the pointed pair of 9's and that 9 in the corner gives us another pointed pair up there. So with this 9, we've locked out this center row for us, meaning there has to be a 9 in the center row within this cage, because a 9 can't go here with the pointed pair of 9's. So these 2 9's, in fact these are 4's and 7's. So that gives us a 9 over here and a pair over here, which are 1's and 8's, which are resolvable right now because of the 8 over here. So now we've created a triple in here. Can we resolve that? They are 3's, 5's, and 3's, 5's, and 6. And we can't see any of those numbers, so let's leave them for now. Okay, so anything else we can do with the 9's? 9, 9. 9, 9, 9. Nope. So we've got pairs over here, which are a pair of, no, not 4, these are a pair of 2s and 6s, which are resolvable because we've already got a 6 up here. So now that locks a pair of 6s up here, and we've got a 2 in one of these 3 cells, but that's not very useful for us. And we've got another triple here, which are 6, 7 and 3, but we can't see any 3s. What about here? We have 1, 9 and 3. We can only see a 1 over there. We can see a 9 over here, so we've already got the pair of 9s. So these two are 1s. But all 3 of them can be 3s. So, but we do have a pair of 3s here because of that 3. So they point over here. And that gives us exactly nothing. Okay, any other weak areas? Oh, we've got a triple over here. So these are 1, 2, 3. So 3 5s and 6s. 3, 5 and 6. We've got a 5 here, so the 5s are locked. Oh no, we've got another 5 here. So 5 is locked in there, which means this is 6 and 3. Okay. Actually, that's the 3 and 6 as well, because that's 7, and we know this is a 3, 6 and 7. What about here? We have, oh, once again, 3s and 6s. So there seems to be a lot of 3, 6 pairs within this grid. I'm going to hold out from pencil marking them in just yet, because whenever the pencil markings are across multiple cages, there's a risk that I can misread the board. So, however, I do know there's a 3, 6 pair here, which means there's a quadruple in here. So what can we do with that? We have 4, 9, 1, 1, 4, 1, 4, 8 and 9. 1, 4, 8 and 9. We've got 8 and 9 over here, so that's 1 and 4. We've got 1 and 4 over here, so this is... but we don't have a 4 there, so we have 1 and 4, so that's 8 and 9. This can't be 8 and 9, this is 1, 4 and 9. And that's 8, 4 and 9. So we can't resolve the quadruple just yet. That's okay. Why don't we have a look at the board again, because I think we've exhausted ourselves from weak areas, although we could try and tackle this quadruple area as well. This area would be 1, 3, 7, 1, 3, 5 and 7. I think the fact that we're weak on 3s means we're going to struggle with that. So let's leave that alone for now and have a look at the 1s again. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it's a pair of 1s over there, actually. I nearly missed that. What about 2s? 2, 2, 2. We haven't got any developments on 2s. 3s, I'm skeptical that we're going to find any more. 3, 3, 3. Nope. What about 4s? We've already pencil marked in the 4s. 5s. We've got a pair of 5s over here. And a pair of 5s over here. That could be useful. No, it's not. 5, 5, 5. And the remaining cells are either 3s or 4s. So, what about 6s? 6, 6, 6, 6. Can't see anything on 6s. 7s. I think we've done all the oh no, we haven't. Yes, we have. We've pencil marked in all the 7s, so what about the 8s? We have a pair of 8s over here. And... pair of 8s over there. And I think that's it. Oh dear. What about 9s? We've not made progress, so that worries me a little bit. 9, 9, 9, 9. No, the 9s aren't in pairs. So, let's see. So we haven't made progress. These are 3s and 6s, so maybe we need to attack the 3s and 6s somehow. So on this column, 3s and 6s can't be in there because we've already got the 3s. Well, we've already got 6 in there. Hang on. Are there any cells that we can't see any 3s or 6s? Too many of them. Okay. So, the weakest number right now is 1, 2, 3. We've got a pair of 3s, 4s, 4, 4, 4, 5s, 6. So I think 6 must be weak as well. So 3s and 6s are weak. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 is seemingly strong. So I think 9 and 4 are the strong numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 3s and 6s, where do they interact? So they interact on this column. Let's see, so let's look at these 3 cells. They are, let's see, they've got to be 2s. 1, 2, okay, let's see. We can't see 1 or 2 here, so that's 1, 2, and 7, at least. We can't see 1 and 2 in any of these cells. So none of them are naked. And that interacts with 3s and 6. That's looking promising. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Right, so we're missing 5 and 8 over here. Are there any hidden pointed pairs? 8, 8, 8, 5. No, there aren't. So, do they interact anywhere else? They interact in this row, within this cage as well. So what about this cage? We are missing 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. And the 9 can go in these 3 cells. They're not resolvable really. 3 and 6 interact here, So, they didn't give us anything, but I feel like... So this one is 3s and 6, isn't it? Have we got another... No, we haven't got another 3 and 6 up there. Have we got another 3 and 6 down here? We've got a pair there, so if we can find another 3 and 6 in here somewhere. No, we haven't got any more 3s and 6s actually, because the 6 looks into that cell. The 3 looks into this cell. We've already got a 4 here, and we've got other pencil markings here, so none of these could be a 3 and 6. So can this be a 3 and 6? No, it can be a 1 as well, because we're missing a 1 as well. And actually, we've got pointed pair of 3s over there, so... Okay. So that's no good. Okay. What do we do next? Let's look at the strong numbers. So 1, we've got 3 1s. 2, 2, 2. 2s looks quite strong. We've got 5 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's a 9 2 pair in that case. So this is the only cell that doesn't have 9s and 2s. But we haven't got any 9 2 interactions either vertically or horizontally. Oh, not done that before on video. I'm yawning this time. What else is strong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay. 2, 4 and 9 are all strung together. Yeah, 4, in fact, wouldn't 4 be the strongest number? No, 4, we've got 5 of them. So, what about 4 and 9? Maybe that'll give us something. 4, 9. So this is the only cage that these two, okay, so these two cages don't have 4 and 9, but we've already pencil marked in the, no, they don't intersect. What about 6s? 7s? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need 4 of them. Okay, so looks like we have exhausted ourselves again, so maybe one for auto candidates again today, which would be a shame. Have we got any other relationships going on here? Actually, I'm going to try another technique that I saw someone else do on YouTube, because I think quite a few people are doing what I'm doing by just doing daily Sudokus, and let's see. And one of them managed to solve one that I needed auto candidate for. And what they did was they look at these pairs. So for instance, the 2, 5 pair, they will look down and they'll see a 2 and 5 within the same cage, and essentially trying to find a hidden pair that way. But I think it'll make more sense if I can spot one first. So 4 and 8, 7 and 8, there's 7 and 8 in this cage. No. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. Okay, we've got a hidden pair here on this column. Huh, that seems quite similar. I'm pretty sure it was in the center column as well the other day. Oh my god, does this work? So, I've pencil marked in the 7 and 5 up there. So, let's look at this column. We've got 7 and 5 here looking into this cell. We've got 7 and 5 looking into this entire cage, so none of these can be 5 and 7. I've got 5 and 7 looking into this cell, but I've got neither 5 nor 7 down here. So apparently, this makes this the 5 and 7, and it makes sense because we can't fit in a 5 or 7 in any of the other cells, so that has to be a 5 and 7. So I'm going to pencil mark them in briefly and see if we can do anything with that. So, if that's a 5 and 7, we're left with 5 cells. Oh my god. So this is not as good as when a guy did it the other day. But let's stick to it for a sec. So we're left with 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 6, 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 6, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 6. Can't see any 1s there. 6, 8. I've got 8 and 9, but I haven't got 2, 3. 1, 2, 6, 8, and 9. That doesn't do. Oh, we've got no. That doesn't give us anything at all. So that's disappointing. But does that give us anything else? So let's think about this. If that's 7 and 5, one of the 7s have to be down here. So where do the 5s go? 5 can be in these 3 cells. Right, hang on. we've got a pair of sixes here now because that's 6. So this cell, these two cells are now out of play. So that one is relevant because I've already looked in all of the, so it must be in this cage. So let's think about this. 6 looks into these cells and that 6 looks into these two. That's out of play, so that creates a 2-6 pair. So that leaves ones are now in here. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. So 3 can still be in those 3 cells. 4, 5. 5 are still in 3 cells. 6, 7, 8. But 8 is now locked in there. So does that give us anything? So now 8s are locked in there as well. So 9. Okay, so what about here on this? That creates a quadruple. So there we go. So these are 3s and 6s, and we've got pointed pair of 6s, so that resolves the 3 and 6. And now these two 6s resolve the 6 over here, and this 6 looks down on here and resolve that 6 and gives us a 2. So this 2 gives us a pair of 2s up there, and in conjunction with that pair of 2s locks the 2 in this in these 2 rows. So there has to be a 2 up here on this row within this cage, and we've got these 2 2s locking the columns. So that eliminated a 7, so 7 and 3 are resolved. So that gives a pair of pointed 1s, which eliminates that 1, which fills in the 1 and 9. And that 9 gives us another pair of 9s here, but we've got a 9 down there, so 9 is locked in here, which resolves the 8, 4, 7 and 5. Oh my god. So 7 is now pushed out into here, so that's 4. And this 4, oh, that's a dead end. So these are now 3s and 6s. So let's rewind. That 7 takes out that 7, giving us another 7, takes out that 7, resolves the 8 and 4. This 4 takes out the 4, putting in a 4 over here, and I think that sort of 4s. Oh boy. Well, that was a big chain, wasn't it? So let's rewind. 4 down here, all the 4s are done. What did we do? That 8 eliminates that 8, which means no changes on here. We're still, oh no, that 8 eliminates that 8, so that's another 8. So that's all the 8's done. We've got 9s on these 2 columns, so that's the only place a 9 can go in this cage, which resolves the 1 and 9 here, and that's all the 9's done. And that 1 now locks a 1 up here, because that's a pointed pair of 1s. In fact, that's the only 1 in here, and that's a 1. So this locks these 2 cells because that 1, so that's 1. Holy crap. That's a 3, that's a 5. So what else can I do? 3, 2, 3. So 2s. What about the 2s? 2s are still locked. So what about 6s? 6, yes. We've got 6 here, so it locks out that cell. So that's 6, that's 6. And that's a 6. Oh no. Oh, it's up here, isn't it? So that's a 6. So these 3's are resolved. That's a 3. That's a 3. So that means that's a 5 and 2, 2, 2. Oh no. This is a 5 actually. And there's today's New York Times Hard Sudoku, using a completely new technique to find a hidden pair. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the YouTuber who showed me that technique, unfortunately, so otherwise I'll give a shout out to them. But yeah, however you found me on YouTube, you probably would have come across them anyway, so by searching New York Times Sudoku. I think others probably solve faster than me, but I think I I'm trying to like maintain a methodical way of showing how to do Sudokus, so any newcomers just starting to get into the New York Times Hard Sudokus, I'm hoping I'm still helpful in some way before you move on to greener pastures. But yeah, please like and subscribe. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.